Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Hello, Mr. Johnny Blaze. Hello, Shattered Shadow. How you guys are doing?
Hello. Well,
Bonjour.
thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
good.
That's good.
So today we're going to give out some more codes. Although I messed up the title, so let me adjust that.
How
So
dare you?
yep. So there we go.
I can never forgive you.
It's okay. I'll never forgive myself.
Okay, we're
I'll
even
forgive
then.
both of you. Then you'll be okay.
Maybe.
The lamp
So
didn't
no,
come up
no,
on my.
Mr. Nix today.
No, not today. So you guys want to chat a bit while I finish setting things up on my end?
My phone is charging,
Okay,
so I
okay.
cannot see the chat. So it's up to you, Shadow.
I can. Oh, I'm so sorry. The sound of it is on. There we go. We have no one in the chat. Oh no, one person. How about they say hey? Hey.
Hello, one person.
You could say, "Hey, Manuel Campos, come on."
We have got codes for PC and PS and Xbox and Switch. These codes will work on any console, guys. So,
It should work on any console, any platforms. The only issue is that
yep,
these are individual codes. So if someone grabs them before you do, sadly they're going to get it first. Sadly it is a first come first serve. I know that some
yeah,
people are not happy about that. Sadly, these are the codes that the devs did give us, and these are single use codes. I wish they had given us codes that everyone could use. Sadly, that's not what they did. So these are the codes we have. So it's either I give out those codes or I give out no codes. It's sad, but that's how it is.
I will also like to mention too, if you get one code, please be respectful and kind to your other fellow players out there, and leave some codes for others to use, if you can, please.
yep. The pack that you will receive contains the Future Crusader style, 5 proto bank bots, and 5 R&D scanners. Someone there was asking.
It's all right. So hello. So we said hello to Manuel Campos. Hello Calvin to Albano. Hello Dre Velasco. Hello Daniel Montero. Hello Alveno. Hello JRB 18651. Hello Andar MVMV. MVM. Sorry, one V too many.
He's trying to do codes at the same time as reading your guys' comments.
Hello Barry Allen. Hello Robert Simon. Ghost 150. So I'll let you guys take over for a bit.
Oh, great. I'm so good at just talking.
You can
But
do
it'll
it.
be nonsense mostly.
Talkity talk talk talk
Talkity talk.
talk
This is my
talk.
third time back. I didn't think I was going to be coming back to your channel so often, but it's a good bit of fun.
I think you're a permanent addition.
Am I?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your audience, guys.
What do you say, Multi?
Yeah, she's going to take your place.
That's
Oh,
okay.
there we go. Yeah, that's a
That's fine.
fair choice. Yeah.
Now she can be. People can be here when they want, and if they cannot be here, that's fine. No one is being forced to be here. But if you're here, we're happy to have you. Whenever Johnny is here, we're happy to have Johnny. Whenever Shadow Lady is here, we're happy to have her.
Aw. We've got Manuel saying that he loves the Batman fit. I think he's referring to you. And I have to say, the back piece I love. I just said that before we went live. I've not seen anybody use that for a Batman style before, but I think it looks really cool.
I gotta ask though, what material are you using on it specifically? Because it's different from the cowl in terms of shading.
Actually, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's not quite exact the same shading because I'm not using a material on the cowl. So
Mm,
what I'm using for the material right now is the Blue Roll Chroma 2.
gotcha.
So, but I didn't apply the material to the call or anywhere else for that matter. I just use it. I was looking for a blue material that was close enough to what I had. So I could probably I've tried other materials or went for something completely different, like the cosmic material or something. But I thought this kind of looked the closest, close enough to how I keep on saying Joe Kelly. How Kelly Jones was drawing the Batman in the comic. He had this huge cape that was as big as if not bigger than Spawn sometimes. So I thought this was a good emulation for that, and I thought it was fitting well with the call. Seeing how the call is supposed to
Absolutely, you're
be
right.
the call is supposed to be based on his style.
Yeah.
So today, guys, we have roughly. I still have about 400 codes left to give, so I'll try to give
Holy.
roughly maybe 200 codes for tonight, and we'll keep
So
200
many.
codes maybe for Thursday.
Oh wow.
So
They
that way,
just keep coming.
so that way, if some people cannot make it tonight for some reason, there will be some codes left for Thursday for other people.
Beautiful.
Lots and lots of codes. I see.
Well, they
I see you
started
posted as well. Oh, sorry, you go.
they started by giving 500 codes, but they I guess they've noticed that I use a lot of codes, so they gave me another batch of 500 later on.
Oh, because they love you. I still wonder what you had to do to be able to get so many codes, but we're not going to talk about that. I
Strangely
saw your
enough,
video.
nothing,
Yeah, strangely enough.
nothing.
Ah, that's boring, Multi. You should have just left it hanging in the air so we could assume that you did something.
Nah.
Leave it to imagination. I saw your video saying that they're bringing out the new episode on the 24th. I have to say I'm so relieved that it's not coming out at the same time as Halloween.
Well, we don't know when Halloween will come out just yet. In the past, it would come out around October 1st, but it's not on the test server just yet. So somehow I doubt we'll get it on October 1st this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Halloween only mid-October at this point, but we don't really know.
Well, I'm still glad, because if I think they put them on together, I would be torn between trying to get a whole bunch of Halloween done and a whole bunch of the new episode done. So I'm glad they're obviously separated. And I'm glad that the new content is coming to life. I wasn't expecting it to come so fast, but you predicted it, so on the ball.
Well, unless it got delayed, that is when they had to release it. Batman Day ends on the 23rd. They said they would give us the DLC for September, so it was either the 24th, either the 30th, or it was going to be delayed for October. So
I thought it was going to be closer to the end.
Yeah. So thanks to the official announcement, now we know that it's going to be the 24th.
Yeah.
All right,
Beautiful.
got a question for you. The new armor style that's going to be put into the game in the new DLC. Do you think there's any good uses for any potential iconic characters you can recreate?
Is that the Harley Quinn one, the standard one, or
Yeah, that's the Harley Quinn
have they changed
one.
the Aberrant one over? Okay, yep.
No, from what I understand, the blue gear that will drop will be the Apocalyptian General, the Steppenwolf gear.
Okay.
So, but sadly the Harley Quinn style is the only new style we are going to get. So.
When I first saw it, I was a little excited because there's some pieces from it that I wouldn't mind putting onto some of my Harleys, but that wouldn't be building anything iconic. That would be just me making extra styles that I really don't need but want anyway on a Harley character. I got to say, I don't like the chest piece very much. I know, I think on one of the lives I said to you guys that I like the idea of Harley having something that's a little bit of armor because she's not really protecting herself, but I feel like they went too far and now it's too much and I don't like it.
Well, it's based on the design from the comic. Basically, they literally just adapted the style from the comic for the game, and that's what we have. Ghost is asking.
Some people could make Harley.
Ghost is asking, is it all Future Crusader? Yes, it is. It's all the same thing.
Yep.
But yeah, so for the style, sadly it's the only new style we are going to get, it would seem. And again, it is lifted straight from the comics. So DC have been trying to push Harley Quinn for quite some time. I'm sure a lot of people noticed that. They try to push her in animation and in TV shows and movies. And like even in the movies, like we're going to get a second Harley Quinn with the Joker 2 movie. So they're trying really to push Harley Quinn, and sadly that seems to be the latest attempt to do that.
Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, I feel like they're pushing a lot of Harley Quinn and everything too. I didn't realize that particular style was pulled from a comic, but that's because I'm not up to date on the comics like you are. You know too much about everything to do with DC.
Well, I didn't know all that much about the comic. Like I vaguely knew it was around, but I never really read it. The only I read the first when we got the first Harley Quinn comic way back when. I read the first 12, 18 issues. I forget. At the time, it was drawn by the Dudson, and I was getting it mostly for the art. But afterwards, I can't say that I read any of the Harley Quinn comics afterwards. So,
And
I,
yet you still know so much.
well, I keep, I guess, informed. At some point, I would watch someone like a comic historian. At some point, I would watch Comics Explained. At some point, I would watch this guy, Valiant, I forget, no, Variant. So they at various points, I would watch various YouTubers to keep up with what was going on. So
That is fair. I wish I had enough time. Most of the time, the only time that I say time a lot, that I can pay attention to a lot of YouTube stuff is on my weekend. I'm kind of adjusting around the schedule for your lives at the moment, so that's a little bit of an exception. But most of the time, I can't really watch anything until the weekend, so I don't get to absorb as much content as I would like. And that goes for comics and series as well.
well, I watch a lot of content because like when I play the game, I watch content. At some point, I
Yeah.
was I'm one of those fortunate people who can work from home, so I would watch content that way. Like at some point, I was watching like 80 hours of YouTube per week.
Wow,
So
that's a lot, Multi.
of course, well, as I was working from home, I was watching and watching and
Just
watching
having
a
it
lot of
on.
content, and then
Yeah.
when I was playing the game, at some point you pretty much know all the dialogues by heart, so I wasn't
Oh
really
yeah, and you can just have something else on.
so I had something else playing in the background. Uh,
Yeah.
and of course, there's the YouTubers that I follow. Like there's Jeremy Johns that I've been following for pretty much forever at this point. So for various reasons, at some point I was watching easily 80 hours of YouTube per week.
That is so much. I do have it on in the background when I play, but I don't think I play quite as often as you do. So it's definitely not 80 hours worth.
Well, I don't play all that much, especially lately, but when I do
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might
play,
want to
lately I
move your
haven't played
character.
too much either.
sorry,
You might want to move your
I
character.
didn't.
You might want to move your character
no,
because
no,
you're
I
about
said I'm
to.
not playing a lot. I'm not playing my character tonight.
No moving
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
log out. Live is over.
Yeah. Yeah. He can use all the codes and all of his characters.
That would be. I don't think he has enough characters to cover it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, I know already that I have more characters than Multi does, and I don't have enough characters to cover 400 or whatever he said he's got left of the code, so he definitely doesn't.
Uh-huh. That's what you think.
That's what I know. I know these things. Just because you don't, that's fine. You can be wrong. It's okay.
I'm always right.
In your own mind.
And I couldn't help but notice you've crossed 600 subscribers. Are you gonna do something special
I
for that?
saw! Of course. I always do.
Okay.
No. You gotta wait till it says 666. Then you do something.
Well, maybe she has.
If it hit 666 and it was around Halloween, that would be hilarious. But yeah, I have a video coming for that. That will probably go out on Friday.
You're at 649 right
My
now.
Friday? Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
it's
I've gone up
possible to
since I looked
it's-
last.
It's possible to reach 666. I'm just saying. You gotta do
I'm
it.
not you, Johnny. We've got someone saying, Cole, I don't know how to say it, Cole Moran? Wait, can we get the Batman symbol now like the Superman one? know
No,
what-
it's not. It doesn't seem to be available. I thought it might be in the treasure boxes, but so far I haven't seen. Like I was able to get the sixth dimension Kryptonian Batman emblem, and I've seen other people mention that they got the emblem as well, but I haven't seen anyone who got the yellow oval Batman emblem. So sadly, at this point, I would say either we're going to get it maybe on the official Batman Day, which is September 21st, or we're not going to get it, which is sad, but that looks more likely.
Watch it be
Yeah.
exactly available for exactly 1 hour after the what's it called the daily reset, and it's like $100 in marketplace.
Could be.
That's horrible.
Well, it's almost what
I
happened
don't
with
think they do that.
it's almost what happened with the BVS emblems. I'm kidding, but almost.
Oh yeah, they took it down quick. Very
Yeah.
quick. Anyone that got it was lucky.
I don't use emblems very much. I must say the only times I tend to use the emblems is since watching you, Multi, and you were like insisting that I needed them, and then I started creating iconic characters, and now I need the emblems for all of them.
Of course.
I used to get them for feats, but now I actually have a use for them. I have a bit of a feat addiction. Not feats A with an A, not actual feet, guys. I'm not.
Too late.
Let's not talk about that.
No, she has a feet fetish. Don't lie.
I would never.
Uh-huh. We know your secrets.
Oh, you wish you knew my secrets, Johnny.
I do.
So we do know when the next DLC will come out, but some people had a question about the artifact. Like, will the artifact be released with the DLC? We don't know just yet. I would assume it might, but there were still some issues with the artifact. But from what I understand, there was a fix coming for the artifact. So I assume if they manage to fix the artifact before the 24th, then we'll get the artifact at the same time as the DLC. But if somehow they do not manage to fix the artifact just yet, then we'll probably get the artifact later. And also, from what I understand, From what I understand, they did not add the feats to the DLC just yet. So which is why I was a bit surprised. Still, that it was going to be released next week, seeing how they don't have the feat just yet. But they still have 1 week.
Got none.
They still have 1 week to add the feats, so maybe they'll do that.
I hope they do.
Maybe.
It's frustrating whenever they bring out a new episode and you go into the open world, complete all the feats, and then 2 months later, weeks later, I don't know, a period of time later, new content comes and you get a whole bunch of feats that you could have already completed. So if they don't bring feats out when it first initially comes out, I'm going to be slightly frustrated when I start playing through, completing everything I've already done, and there's feats available. So.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to mention. Like, maybe they will release the DLC and then release the feats later. It's starting to seem almost like a strategy to give some more longevity to the content. So they release the content, then people play the content, and then they release the feat, and then it gives people a reason to play the content some more. Although it does piss off.
True.
It does piss off some people that they probably would have a lot of the feats already once they do release the feat. So it's I don't know if it is their strategy or if it's just that for some reason they could not get the feat ready on time.
It might actually be. I mean, I don't get really angry about it or anything, but I do get just mildly frustrated when I've played through a bunch of content and then feats come in. But I'll suck it up. It's fine.
Nah, you can get angry. That's okay.
I don't get angry.
You get even.
How long you known me, Multi? Have I ever been angry?
Always.
This is like the kind of like everyone just judging my character. You and Johnny telling me I feel a whole bunch of things and am a bunch of things. And you're both completely wrong, which is fine. You can both be wrong. How would you know, sir, whether I did or not? You don't know.
Oh, I'll ask a future Laura.
No. Let's not do that. Also, most of your viewers probably don't know what that means. So, I know that I haven't looked at this artifact yet, but what does it do? I know it's meant for DPS, is that right?
Yes.
And it's somehow... sorry, you go.
That's right. Basically, it gives us the Omega Beam attack that Darkseid has. So, in a nutshell, it gives us a new iconic power, which is the Omega Beam. Why not just add it in the iconic powers? Well, obviously, it's because they want to monetize it.
Oh, yeah, that is fair. And I remember someone saying that it would be so they don't have to put heat vision on Darkseid with a blue beam.
Yes.
So now they can just use this and it'll be red. Is that right?
Yeah, well, right now, I often mention with DC Universe Online, you do the best you can with the styles you have. And sometimes that means using something like heat vision instead of Omega Beam, because that is what we have. Or the same for...
Yeah.
Actually, the blue beam actually works well for Bizarro, I suppose. But anyways, until now, if you wanted to recruit Darkseid, and if you wanted your Darkseid to have some sort of Omega Beam, then yeah, you would use heat vision. But now people who have a dark side character will be able to use the official Omega Beam ability with the artifact.
Awesome. I don't have a dark side character myself, but I've seen yours and it looks really cool.
Well, no choice. You have to create one now.
I know, right? I kind of just have to keep creating everything.
Is there a new dark side style yet, or is it just the artifact?
No, it's just the artifact. As far as styles are concerned, it's been
Ultimate.
a while. It's been a while since we got anything to create the dark side. So whatever I made videos way back when. So whatever videos I made at the time, it's probably still
relevant now.
Yeah, it's probably still relevant to create at least the visual look of dark side.
Absolutely.
It's too bad. I wish they would have added something more modern for in terms of like gear we can get.
Well, the last gear I think they added for Darkseid was the the Darkseid Batman look. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
The Omega Bat or something like that.
Yeah, I'm wearing the boots right now.
Okay, so that the last I recall they added was that. If there's something else, I'm just forgetting it.
So it sounds like it's not really worth me getting this artifact unless I get Darkseid created.
Dark Father.
Here's the gloves too. Here's the gloves for it as well. I don't have the belts on right now, but I can probably put it on though.
Why don't you have the belt? You should have the belt.
I should. Give me a second.
I have to come and
No, it's on my Batman character. So no, it's on my Batman. Don't have it.
Aww! Don't switch. The last time characters switched, all of the sound went to hell.
That's okay. I'm planning to make a couple of videos. So I'll probably make a video about the Dark Father.
There's so many videos to make.
Yes.
You could just do a dark side video update and just add Dark Father in there.
Well, I know I did show the Dark Father style, but I don't think it was a Dark Father video. But anyway, probably was a video just for like the new rewards or something like that.
Right. That makes sense.
So I'm probably
hoping
overdue.
when this new sorry.
That's okay. I'm probably overdue for a new update.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing wrong with making the same video, just to kind of remind people, like, hey, you can still make this.
Yeah, and you also can update it to, any new little bits of information that you have as well, which you always get all the information because, as we all know, you're a secret dev.
Don't expose the guy, man. Like,
Too late.
I said it's a secret. Everyone here can keep a secret, right?
The problem is that I know you're saying that in jest. Well, sadly,
I am very much in jest.
A lot of people are not too happy with DCUO right now, so they don't tell a difference. They can't tell the difference between jest and reality. So
well, then I will say that was a joke. He's not a secret dev, guys.
But at the end of the day, if they thought I was a dev, they already thought that anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, fair enough. I'm very sorry. I really didn't mean to make you a target for all the upset people.
It's all right. I understand there's some things that can be said in jest sometimes. Sadly, right now you can see it in the comment. If you look at the forums, if you look in the comments of the videos, if you look on the Discord, a lot of people are not happy with DCO for a whole bunch of reasons. And we with the frame rate issue we had, the lag we had, the crashes we had, and a thousand other things. You can't blame them for you cannot blame people for not being too happy right now, and sadly they're in no mood to jest. Let's say that. So and
I'm always in the mood to jest. I'm going to become a target of ridicule for that one. I will try to not be so playful. I certainly don't want to put a target on your back, Multi.
Too late.
I do. I absolutely do.
Oh, you're right. I should have let you do it, Johnny.
That's all right. Sadly, it's already there, so it's too late for that.
Everyone talking about me loving feet in the comments section. Just saying, I have no strong feelings one way or the other about the physical feet on a person. Feet in the game, however, love those very much.
Nah. Feet is is a make it or no deal.
I have no idea what you just said. Feet is what?
For me, it's either they're nice feet or they're not nice feet. Like, nah, I don't do nice. I don't do those fugly feet.
I have no idea what you mean. Feet are feet. They're just.
You know.
I don't know. I know that some people like feet and some people don't. I can't relate on this
one.
one.
Feet are naturally disgusting, so they have to be beautiful. Otherwise, it's a no-go.
How could something that's naturally disgusting be beautiful? Also, why are we talking about feet on a channel about DC? This is terrible. I should never have talked about feet.
You brought it up, okay? You brought
I know
it up.
I brought up feet. I regret everything.
let's move away from the feet talk, please.
Okay, hands.
Fine.
No.
I was just gonna say hands.
Nope.
Do you have beautiful hands, Multi?
Nope.
Gamers hands, you know.
I guarantee you they're very clammy right now.
I think we overplayed those jokes. Let's move on to.
With you, Johnny.
We pretty much overplayed those jokes. Move on to something else.
Damn.
Well, I'm looking forward to the new content coming out. I know that I've said that already, but I'm kind of hoping that some of the things that were glitchy in all of the playthrough that I did on the test server are fixed up, especially some of the cutscenes where body parts don't move the way that they're supposed to. So hopefully, I mean, if they fix those sort of things up, do they fix them up on test first so that we can see it, or do they fix it up on the way across to live? Because I haven't been back after my initial run-through on there. Do either of you know?
I'm not sure. I didn't go on test in a bit. I do know that they have a few fixes coming up. Like there's supposed to be a fix for the artifact, but did they implement it? Are they going to implement it later? I don't know. The same for the feeds. The same for everything else. So at this point, we don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens next week.
Fair enough. Well, I'll run through it and check. Hopefully, Harley Quinn's stomach doesn't disappear this time.
But that's one of the reasons also why I don't like making videos on the test server. Too often, by the time it gets added to the live server, or sometimes even before it gets added to the live server, the video you make on the test server becomes obsolete really quick. So.
What now?
I'm just reading the chat. Everyone just is talking about feet now and hands and.
I regret everything. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all your fault.
We've got someone. It is. I take the blame. It's fine. We've got someone asking what the codes are for. They are for you to put into the marketplace. You will receive the Future Crusader style, bank bots, and I don't remember the other one. R&D scanners. Is that right?
Yeah. So you have to go to the marketplace. In the marketplace, you will see a redeem claim tab. Scanners. So with the redeem claim tab, you'll see enter a code. So you put in the code here. And it will give you the style and the bank bots and the scanners.
5 of each.
Yes.
And it works on any console, any server, guys. So I'm curious because I did a video on my channel where I created the character using all of my least favorite things, but I must admit I did kind of toe the line a little bit there because I made a character with everything I don't normally use, but also I wanted to make it make sense. So a couple of things I chose because I wanted to still play the character, but I'm curious what your guys' least favorite ability is or least favorite build that you have made is.
I'll be right back.
I could go get my least favorite character.
Is upset. Sorry?
I could go get my least favorite character.
I mean, if you want to, sure. I can't on here because it's on the EU server, but I have a least favorite character as well.
I have 2 characters. One of them is called Crappy Tank, and the other one is called Not Johnny Blaze.
They sound awesome, and also horrible. Awesome. Which of the 2 is your least favorite?
Not Johnny Blaze.
And why? Did you pick a bunch of stuff you don't like, or did it just end up that way?
It just became what it became. I don't know the story of it. It is what it is. Okay.
That's a really boring story, Johnny. I feel like there's a secret you're not telling me about that, but I suppose I can let it slide.
It's the origin story of how I learned how to tank, and it's not a good origin story.
Oh, it sounds great! Please tell me. And just
No.
pretend no one else is here, you know? Come on!
Once upon a time,
It was
I didn't know what
accidental?
artifacts were.
Oh, same. At the start
Yeah.
of the game, yeah.
Nah,
I'm
this
assuming
was
you
like-
started playing much sooner than I did.
Oh no! So here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing with me. It came like this. All right. I played a game a long time ago before Lightning Strikes came out, but I played hardcore when Lightning Strikes did come out, which is like one of the first few DLCs that ever came out in the game. And then like years and years and years and years and years and years later, like I don't know, maybe I think what was it, maybe 7, 8 years later, something like that, artifacts came out, and like I didn't use them at all because I was like, what is this thing? I don't know what this is. This is
I
complicated.
don't think that's so
This is
bad
dumb.
though, because
And then,
like
and
they
then I was like, okay, I just started slapping all my artifacts on this one character I was using, not knowing a single thing what they were doing. And then
Oh,
later
God.
on, I started using fire as a fire tank, and I'm like, fire is actually really, really, really good. And then I realized that like I can make my character more powerful. And I'm like, well, crap! I just bought every artifact there is, upgraded things randomly.
Oh
I
no!
don't feel like what's it called working on this character anymore. I feel like just restarting. So I restarted and made a new character and started from the
I love
ground
that
up
story.
and then learned how to use artifacts.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, I must admit, because you did start and have them come into the game after you'd already been playing for a while. Anyone who started playing after artifacts were a thing has a whole mission come up that they have to learn about them and everything like that. I'm assuming it wasn't as obvious for you. So, kind of fair enough, but also a little weird reaction when you realized that they were helpful, that you grabbed all of them and just started leveling.
Yeah.
See, it was worth it to tell the story. Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it for me.
Now I understand exactly what all the artifacts do. I'm like, okay, this is easy now.
Yep. I have a good understanding of most. I must admit, the ones I don't understand very well is the controller ones, simply because I don't play controller very much. Even if I have controller characters that I love, like my mental, I tend to play damage on her. So
Yeah,
I haven't
like
paid a
trolling.
lot of attention. Yeah, it's
Multi-control
like my
mixes
least
it up,
favorite
but
way to
not
play.
me.
Yeah, I'm glad Multi's here because he can troll and I don't have to do it. I can play damage, I can play tank, I can play healer just fine, but
Yep.
yeah, troll is not my favorite.
Same here.
Only the best of the best of the best can be trolls.
Oh, if
the
you say so,
crazies.
sir.
I swear.
They just need to fill the gap.
I think it's written
Actually, I
in
kind of agree with him. It's a little complicated to do troll. I have to work out a lot to be able to do it. So I think there's just more details I need to keep in my brain to do trolling well, and less when I'm tanking and healing and damage, because I play half asleep most of the time, so I can't keep all that information in my head.
See, here's the thing. I am a lazy player when it comes to this game, right? Half of the time, I have my phone in my other hand, and I'm playing with one other hand, and then, or I have a pizza or something in my other hand. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
it shows, Johnny.
I like to play very lazily, all right?
Yeah.
Like, I will be do anything else but be playing the game when I'm playing the game. Like,
Oh, that's lovely.
I'll be watching YouTube, I'll be looking at text, I'll be watching TV, alright? Even though I have TV on and I'm playing on, I'll just be doing anything else but playing this game while playing. Alright, so, like, as a tank, it allows me to play basically easy mode.
I think you're kind of copping out. I think you're just saying that so that anytime you mess up, you can just blame it on the fact that you're doing something else, right? Like, oh, no,
Sure.
I am a good player, but I'm eating pizza right now. You know? I think I might steal that idea, actually.
If only you
I'm a
see
good
right
player,
now, I
but
have a
I'm eating
popsicle
pizza.
right here. I have a popsicle right here.
Come on, he's
Yeah,
playing.
Nice.
He's playing
I'm
fire.
not sharing, I'll put out.
Here's a racket.
He's playing fire. That's God mode. Come on. You shouldn't even
I
die.
also play fire. And yeah, it's pretty darn good, I will say. The fact that you can play a tank that self-heals is pretty awesome. It's good for soloing, I will say. And I tend to solo more than anything else or duo. So, tank, fire is a good one for that.
Yep. That's why I pick it. If I had to pick my powers, it'd be like this. For healing, electric, at least for me at least. For damage, I do munition. And for tanking, I do fire. And I'd be good with that for the rest of the time I play this game.
Oh, beautiful. I tend to play every ability except Atomic because I find Atomic frustrating.
I just find it annoying to listen to.
Yeah, that too. It's got an awful sound.
Well,
Actually, I wonder if that's been part of the deterrent.
Could be.
Sorry, go multi. It is your channel.
If you like, if you play Atomic, you have to like using combos. It's pretty much combo heavy.
I do like combos. I love Celestial.
Yeah, Celestial is another one.
Celestial's my like fourth favorite ability that I play. So it's not the combos that I dislike. I'm wondering if it's the sound. I think Johnny's onto something there because I dislike the sound of it as well. Maybe it's the combination of being combos and the sound being awful that I don't want to play it.
The sound is just atrocious. It's just like, it's just like random like, annoying sounds and like, oh man, no.
Yes, yeah, yep, it's horrible. But I do play with the sound off anytime I'm playing Atomic, and a lot of other things too, because, you know, like you, I listen to YouTube while I play.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got Scooper Fox asking how long are you going to stream for? Normally we do it until the codes run out. Is that right, Multi?
Hurry up.
Yeah, we still have about 20,
He's sick of me already.
20 some code to give out, so we should be done soon enough.
We've got all the codes the same thing, or are they something different? They are all the same thing, guys. Future Crusader style, 5 main bots, and 5 R&D scanners for everyone who puts in a code.
And I want to add one more time, if you already got a code, please be kind to the other fellow players out there. Let other people have the chance to get the codes as well. It'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, let everyone have a shot. Here we go. Daniel, trying to decide between getting a PlayStation gift card to buy stuff on DC, wait for Toys to reveal their Superman 1978 figure, or get TASM, TASM 2 web shooters. I am not familiar with some of the items you're talking about there. But if it was my choice, it would be a gift card for DC, because I have a DC addiction and can't help myself. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the chat, and I've got to say, Multiverse is all over the chat with his codes. There's so many. Oh, Multi, you didn't answer before because you needed to go look after your puppy. Or dog, I know it's not a puppy anymore. But do you have a least favorite character that you have created?
No, not really.
A least favorite ability in the game?
Not really either.
Oh, come on. That's boring answers. Because, you know, Atomic is awful, and I can't stand it, and you should just agree with me because clearly I'm right, you know?
Atomic is fine. I managed to do fine with pretty much all the powers. So, yeah, I do prefer Quantum because of Quantum Tunneling. Fire is useful because you literally can't die. But I kind of like all the powers for various reasons. With Nature, you can create a pretty cool Beast Boy. With ice power, well, there's a truckload of ice character you can try to recreate with that. There's even the Iceman from Marvel that you can recreate if you really want to. So there's something to do with all the powers and all the abilities. So I can't really say there's
everything has a good and a bad.
I can't really say there's one that I really don't like, or I could say those I kind of prefer, like Quantum and Fire, but that's pretty much the extent of it.
Oh, that's the correct choice, though. Fire. Good man. I actually quite like Quantum. I didn't play it very much until my friend started to play it. So I have a friend that I play with most of the time, and he started to create a character like that and was playing it really frequently. And the loadouts are really fun, though I do play it as damage, not as troll like you. But I quite like Quantum. It moved up my ranking system. That's, you know, just nonsense in my head. And that was after I'd seen you use it too. I think I actually took the mickey out of you for that choice at the start. Now I've changed my tune. I agree with you on that one. TASM stands for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. You want to get the web shooters for cosplay. Oh my goodness, that would be so cool. Now I don't know what answer to give on that one. You got to decide yourself because I feel like I'm going to be biased.
No answer for you.
No what?
No answer for you.
Insert?
No answer.
Oh, answer! Oh, I'm so sorry. I misheard you twice
okay.
there. It's probably because
I'm back.
I have a hoodie on as well.
I'm trying to imitate the Soup Nazi, and I'm doing a poor job.
Oh, and
I'm
also, I wouldn't have clicked either. That was not his accent. I didn't know you also watched Seinfeld.
Not really.
A bunch of nonsense talk.
Seinfeld. You know what? Believe it or not, okay, I've watched a lot of like TV shows growing up, like Full House, Happy Days, and like Fresh Prince of Bel Air and whatnot. But I've never seen Seinfeld.
I actually think I've only seen Seinfeld recently when it's been on something that I was watching. I don't know, some streaming service, and I watched through a bit of it, not all of it. So I think that's the only reason I know who Soup Nazi is.
It probably was on Netflix at some point.
Yeah, yep. Well, Netflix is the main one I watched besides YouTube, so most likely that's where it was. Oh crap, I just scrolled to the bottom of the chat. Oh.
So guys, we're pretty much reaching the end. If you have any questions you really need to ask, the time is now.
I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, and I also don't have any.
There should be some. The Outsider Reese is asking, need new movement mode animation, like flyers, lightning trails, and new animation for armor changes? Yes, that would be nice, but sadly, will they do that? We don't know.
Alright, I have a question for the multiverse. How old is the multiverse?
I'm young.
So young, you know?
The multiverse is a billion years old.
A billion? Oh, that's young.
Yep. Still in his prime. He's basically a teenager.
Of course. So that's going to be the last code. Matthew, if the code don't work, it's because someone else grabbed it before you. Sadly, these are single-use codes. So it is first come, first serve, and you have to grab the code before everyone else. Sadly, if the codes do not work, it's because someone else already grabbed it. I know that it's not. I know that it's not ideal, but it's sadly the only way to be able to end out all those codes.
Beautiful. We've got the Outsider Reese saying food for thought, an apartment lair that has an outdoor balcony looking over Metropolis or Gotham. I really do like that idea, but I think that the location that you put the base would kind of have to affect the balcony view, wouldn't it? In which case, they'd have to do a lot of work to try to make the balcony view make sense for whatever location you choose. Unless they gave restricted locations and you only had particular places, and then the balcony view could match where you've chosen. I don't know. I quite like that idea. Frankly, anything that gets me a new lair, I'm happy to have.
Well, they probably would have to do something like they did with the Kryptonian base. Like, give us a fake balcony that doesn't really lead anywhere.
Yeah.
So they would have to, let's say, put the Metropolis or Gotham cityscape in the instead of where we see all the ice in the Kryptonian lair.
Yeah. Yep. I still would like it to be, you know, something that's relevant to the place that you choose, to be honest. But I can understand that would be a pain in the butt to try to do. Speedster characters. Okay, Daniel says, I wish speedster characters got a lightning throw ability. They should put that in the iconics.
They kind of do.
Well,
they do already.
There's and lightning. Technically, there's lightning powers that could allow you to fake that kind of stuff. So there's already ways to do that in game. But sure.
If you had to choose lightning power, though, that would be a little annoying. If it was an iconic, at least you can put it on any character.
Sure, it could. But then why would someone who doesn't have lightning power through lightning? Come on, makes no sense.
They're exobyte. I don't know.
We've got Phantom Flame. What do you guys think about an in-game bestiary for the characters? Bestiary. I am looking up this word because I'm not sure what you mean.
I think it means so that we could search and see all the characters. Like, let's say I would want to see Shattered Shadow. I would search Shattered Shadow and I would be able to see your character.
Oh, instead of having to use the compass app.
The closest we have is the DCUO census. At some point we have Wave Docs, which sadly, I'm not sure if Wave Docs is still around. It did come back at some point, but
they
sorry?
both don't work right now. I don't think they both work right now. They constantly go down, so
yeah,
it's not even worth looking at.
So sadly, these are the closest options we have, and Johnny says it doesn't work right now. So too bad, so
Oh, I
sad.
haven't been on Census for a while. But yeah, I used to have a look on Census to have a look at other people's characters and some of mine. But I haven't been on recently, so I didn't realize it wasn't working.
Yeah, it goes down a bunch of times, so I just stopped using it because it's not even worth checking anymore.
Yeah. Well, I've got Daniel saying, will speedsters get lightning color changes? I doubt it, but that would be cool.
The closest we have is the movement color change. And it's not lightning, but it's the only way we can.
Lightning.
Yeah, it's the only way we can change the color of the movement. Maybe at some point they will add lightning of different colors, but they didn't add. It's been a while since we got some new movement modes, movement styles. So I kind of doubt we'll get any new ones. It probably didn't sell.
I think so too.
It probably didn't sell well enough, or there was too much trouble, or at some point they had some issues with the movement style for a long time with super speed. So it doesn't seem likely, but yeah, it would be nice if we could get different lightning colors.
I mean, it wouldn't be too bad for them to do. They just have to get what they've already got, adjust the coloring, and chuck it in the marketplace. People would probably pay for it too.
Yeah, but sadly with the spaghetti coating, whenever they make one tiny change, they risk breaking something else.
Yeah.
So you never know. It seems like
It's
it would
true.
be simple enough, but the way the code is built, layers upon layers upon layers, it could end up breaking a whole bunch of stuff. So it might be more complex than we think. But yeah, it does seem like something that would be simple enough.
Yeah. From our perspective, or my perspective of someone who doesn't do anything like that, looking from the outside in. We've got Sub-Zero saying, I'm still waiting for mounts. When I first started this game, I said that. I was like, I think they're probably going to put mounts in. They seem to be putting a lot of things from other games. But since playing for quite some time now, I think it's really unlikely. I don't think there's any way to make it work in this game at all. And the movements that we all have are so good, especially compared to other games. I don't think mounts would be useful.
Well, we already have the movement. We already have the
Yeah.
movement, so it would be kind of redundant. And the maps aren't that big. The only two maps where really mounts could be somewhat useful would be Metropolis and Gotham. And even then, again, as I mentioned, we already have the movement to do that. So
Plus, we can move around by using the teleporters inside of the cop shops or the nightclubs as well. So it's not really necessary.
It's just mostly like an iconic style type thing more than anything, Like it's not really anything useful.
yeah, it would be nice, but again, like we did get the Batwing, which someone is showing to us right now. For some reason, they finally managed to give us the Batwing at some point, but it is a bit clunky to fly with the Batwing. I don't know if you guys used it a lot, and but yeah, they could give us more options like that. But why they don't do it, we'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd settle for a simple motorcycle, but
Oh, true. Especially for your character, that would be perfect. Just to look cool. Doesn't need to be functional.
I'm just saying, like any motorcycle, I don't even care. It could be a Scotch Rocket, it could be like a Harley type thing, it could be a cruiser, it could be anything. I don't care. This motorcycle would be cool.
Yep, I agree. That should be in it. I'm with you on that one.
So do we have
we've got CC asking... Sorry?
I was going to ask you, do we have a lot of comments? I'm trusting you to go through all the comments.
Yeah, we've got some.
Okay.
Oh, I know. It's a big weight on my shoulders there.
Of course.
Especially since I'm so good at speaking English,
You can do it.
CC asks, do you think this game will die anytime soon?
It's already dead.
Yeah.
And
On Switch it is dead. On Xbox it's dying.
And as the people on the Iron Island says, what is dead can never die, or something like that. But seriously,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
you didn't watch Game of Thrones, I guess.
This game has been around forever, and everyone's been saying it's dead forever. So I mean, if you listen to what people have been saying, then I guess it's considered dead. But other than that, no, it's not dead because it's still around.
Yeah, and a lot of people still have fun, and there are new people who keep coming on as well. So it's not dead.
Yeah, we keep on seeing new and new people, so that's the one good thing, I guess. Yeah, I understand why some people are concerned. That it was pretty quiet this summer. A lot of people, there's a lot of people I didn't see all summer, and I still didn't see them come back for Batman Day. So yes, there are some people that probably left the game and didn't come back just yet. Will they come back for the next DLC? We'll find out next week, I suppose. But there's always new people coming in, so. Is there enough new people coming in to replace the old people that stopped playing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't tell you at this point. We're probably. I don't know if the game is in decline or not. It seems to be, but whenever we think the game is in decline, then something happens. And like when we got the Superman emblem, we could have thought that the game was dying at the time, and then just a silly little thing like the Superman emblem brought back a whole bunch of people, and that alone brought back a lot of interest in the game. And then, of course, at the same time, we got the time capsule that gave us a whole bunch of different Superman emblem. So that alone was not. It doesn't seem like much, but it was enough to bring back a lot of people. Or when we got the new character creation system, the new slimline we got from that. That alone, a lot of people came back just for that. It doesn't take all that much to get people to come back. Give them new stuff that they want. Like it may seem it should be self-evident, but it seems a great mystery because a lot of people don't seem to know that. Give people something they want, and they'll come back. And keep giving them something they want, and they'll stick around. I don't know why it's such a big mystery, but apparently it is because there's some people who don't want to give the players what they want. What can you do?
Yeah, fair.
So next one.
We've got Robert. Oh, sorry. Yes. We've got Robert Simon. A question for me. I have a couple of bases on Switch for you to tour. My character is Lucifer Morningstar. I have written your name down so that I can find you. I would be more than happy to tour your bases. If anyone is interested in me touring their bases on Switch or on Xbox, because Chica does PlayStation and PC, I have my characters listed in my description. You're welcome to contact me in-game, and I will tour bases. And I'm really sorry, because now I'm plugging my channel on your channel, Multi. But thank you, I would love to.
That's all right.
Yeah, we've got Ghost150 saying that's why I use keyboard. I think that's in reference to putting the codes through fast. For anyone who is on PlayStation or Xbox, there are apps you can download. So there's an Xbox app you can put on your phone that'll make it nice and quick for you to be able to type. It comes with a keyboard inbuilt there. And there is an app for the PlayStation that is separate from the PlayStation app. It's called PlayStation Second Screen. If you get that on your phone, you can type with a keyboard for that as well. Just if anyone's trying to get it nice and quick. And potentially if you miss out this time, Multi is doing another video. I believe you said Thursday. Is that right?
Yes, so we pretty much gave out all the codes for today. But fear not, if you were not able to get a code today for whatever reasons, we will give out some more codes on Thursday. I'm just wondering, should we do it at 7 still? Should we do it at 5? That's the only thing I'm wondering. At 5, it might be a little too early. Like people are still coming back from school or coming back from work. So that's why I'm thinking maybe 7 again. But what say you? Any suggestions?
I'm happy whatever time you choose. I'll work around if you need me there, as I always do.
Yeah, but 5...
Does anyone in the chat have a suggestion?
Well, what time is 5 across the pond?
7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm 14 hours ahead. So if you do a PM, I'll be in the AM 2 hours later.
Okay. But also I'm thinking, like in Europe, like what time is that? Like it's pretty much impossible to get a time that works for all the time zones. Ideally, if we could find a sweet spot that serves as many people as possible, but sadly there's no miracle. So we'll do it Thursday at 5 or 7. I'm not sure just yet. I'll probably make an announcement a bit later today or tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see about that. But there will be a live stream Thursday, so I'm just not sure at what time.
We've got Dan Bryan just saying that does he think it's possible for the codes to work on Switch? Yes, they do. I am a Switch player. They work on Switch. You just have to be fast enough. The Outsider Reese. I retired from DCUO after I built my own Sunstone lair years ago and came back when they dropped the new one. I'm very glad you came back, and I'm so curious how you would build a Sunstone base without a Sunstone base. You must have had so many Sunstone items.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of Superman base items and Sunstone base items before, so that's how people would do it. There wasn't an official Superman base at the time, but there were a whole bunch. There were enough base items to kind of fake out having a Superman base, so that's how people were able to do it.
Yeah. Daniel says, will there be a heat vision animation change for it to be more Superman appropriate instead of looking like Cyclops letting loose his blast?
No, I don't think there's any.
Reference to the new artifact. I don't. Yeah.
No, the new artifact. The new artifact looks completely different. I'll try to make a video about it this week, but it's not at all the same animation.
Well, I've got Sub-Zero saying, I've got an idea. How about you message everyone who shows up to your live in DCUO, give them a code, because he has thousands of people.
You're talking about
get them. There's hundreds of codes.
You're talking about 1,000 messages. It just can't be done.
It would take him forever. Like when I do codes on my channel, I am a small creator. I can afford to give my codes out to individual people that way. Multiverse can't. He would be literally sitting on his computer for days just putting codes across for people. It's too much for the man.
for a small group, if it was like just 10 codes, then yeah, that could be done. Sadly, there's too many codes and too many of you guys. It's not even thinkable.
Yeah. The man would just die sitting at his computer. We don't need that, you know? we need more content.
I could always delegate and give that job to you.
Absolutely not. How much are you paying me, sir?
We'll negotiate contracts afterwards.
Oh yeah, and sign an NDA probably. Oh, we've got Sub-Zero who is just here for the live, not the codes. A multiverse appreciates it, and so do I. That's lovely.
Absolutely.
I feel like when Nix is the one who is going through comments, he's so good at it and so much faster than me, and I feel like I'm so slow making sure I'm reading comments that are relevant to go through.
That's okay.
We've got the Outside Reef saying to Multiverse, speaking of movement modes, what new movement would you like to see? We only have 4 right now, and one of them is basically a rehash of the other. That was me, that wasn't what he said.
There's rocket boots that was suggested. Something not unlike, like maybe the movement mode from Iron Man, the way he flies around. That could be a fun bit to have, maybe.
I agree. We've also got Robert Simon who said vehicles would be dope to have. I agree. I think that's in reference to before when we were talking about the motorcycles. I think they should put some vehicles in. It would be fun, even if it's just aesthetic purposes.
It would be fun for roleplay and aesthetic purposes. So yeah, that could be a fun bit, but somehow they didn't do it just yet.
Daniel also said, would love to see a personality toggle option. That way you're not permanently stuck in your current personality if you don't like it. That's interesting.
Well, the only workaround we have right now is the emotes. The emotes is the thing that allows us to be able to sort of switch personality. But yeah, having the characters locked to a specific personality, that is a bit sad. But sadly, that's how they came. That's how they made the game originally. And somehow they don't seem to be willing to change it. Even with the emotes, you would have thought that with the addition of emotes, and seeing how we pretty much have access to all the emotes at this point, you would have thought they would have changed. They would have made the change also for the personality, allowing you to be able to switch personality. I guess they don't want to do it because that would mean losing the whatever sales they have for personality tokens. Although you have to wonder, like, do people really buy those? I have no idea. I have no idea. Is it something that a lot of people buy? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to switch pretty much at will. Oh well.
Yeah, I agree. It would be pretty cool. I do think, though, they've negated that a little bit with all the emotes that they've got, because you can kind of change the way you behave with the emotes, but it's not exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Outsider Reese says, to clarify, you took the... I took a take layer? I'm not sure what take layer means, and covered it with flat snow. Sorry, you go.
Tech layer.
Oh, tech? It's
Yes.
meant to be an 8. CH. Okay, my bad.
That's
And
all
took
right.
sandstone flooring and frozen rock waterfalls. Back then, there was an item cap of 500, so 90% of that was you covering the walls, floor, and ceiling. I don't know if you'd be up for it, but I would totally love to have a look if it still exists, because that's fascinating. Someone's asking where we are right now. We're in the House of Legends over near the 3 Justice League Legends.
And we are in phase, if people is wondering. We're in phase 8. Oh, but the phase is full. Oh, I'm so sad now.
Oh. Heartbroken multi. Phantom Flame says, is there a hero or villain from the comics or shows you wish were in the game next?
I wish we had the question, the original question, Vic Sage.
Yeah, that was their suggestion too, I think. They said question in brackets.
But sadly, we have the Randy Montoya question in the game, so I doubt they'll give us the Vic Sage question, but it would be nice to have. Especially seeing how with the new 52, they pretty much brought him back. Sort of.
Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, that's it. I'm done.
Someone suggested Lobo's bike. I thought that Johnny would really be into that if he's still here. But I think he did have to leave after an hour, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to leave, so sadly... but don't worry, we'll get him some other time.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him about this bike idea. I think that's a great idea. The Outsider... Oh, sorry, that was from Lone Wanderer 93. I don't want to forget to say anyone's names, but I do sometimes, so I apologize. The Outsider Reese also said a Batmobile trinket that played like a speedster running. I think that's a bit of fun, too.
Sure. Yeah, there's
a
a
lot
lot
of...
of...
put them in as trinkets, or emotes, maybe.
There's a lot of good idea that could be done, and yeah, a lot of that could be done as trinkets, as maybe emotes or something else. There's a lot of stuff they could do. At the end of the day, it's just a matter of what they end up doing. So yes, they could probably do more, but with whatever resources they have and whatever choices they make, this is what they gave us. So.
We've got Palia Gaming saying, do you know if the codes work on Steam at all? It works on every single platform, but you need to be typing it into the game, not through anything specifically in Steam. So you need to go into the marketplace on your game, and the code will work for you that way.
Sadly, some of you guys are quick draw, mid-draw, so some of you guys managed to grab the codes quick. So sadly, it's you try to get the code as quickly as you can and hope someone else didn't grab it before. There's a lot of codes. So I would have thought that with this amount of codes, even if people took 2, 3, 4 codes, a lot of you guys would be able to get codes, but I guess I was mistaken. Anyway.
We've got Phantom Flame saying, you guys should organize questions, but having people type capital question is easier for reading and sort in another place to do it. I think that's a really good idea if people put capitals, the word question before they put it in. That way we'll know that they're not chatting with someone else in the chat. That really only benefits me since I'm the one running through the chat, though. And I will say, if you guys noticed a little bit of awkwardness at the beginning of the video, it's because I didn't know what to talk about, and I'm really sorry. This is a little bit new to me doing lives, and I get mildly nervous and then laugh 50 times in a row before we get anywhere. So I apologize for that. That's definitely on me.
It's okay. You'll get there, and you'll get used to it.
Thank you. Eventually.
I swear.
It works to have other people to speak with, because if I do a live by myself, I'm really worried that I'm going to just not know what to say and then get nervous and uncomfortable, and then everyone else will be uncomfortable and never come back, which, I would understand. So
see, when I started, I was doing live videos, and I was by myself, and I did a couple of hundred videos before I started doing editing videos. So it was a good learning process to learn how to make live videos. Yeah, you do stumble, and then you learn tricks to either try to not stumble, or when you stumble, to pick yourself up right away.
Well, hopefully I pick it up quickly. Oh my goodness, he's back! Did you already go to the gym? That was quick.
No, I went to eat some food.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough. You weren't just eating, popsicles.
Oh, Johnny King Demetrius wants you to invite him so he can phase.
Who?
King Demetrius.
Did he message me?
No, he messaged me. If you look at my messages on the screen, you should see his name.
I am not on your stream right now.
Come
Just
on,
charging
why
my phone.
not? It's King.
His
Send a
character's probably not
message
here because he left, right?
Oh, okay.
Send
King
a message
Demetrius,
me.
message Johnny is going to invite you.
I can't see Johnny's character. Oh, there he is. Hey,
Behind
Johnny! With your fire
behind a
face.
giant robot.
We've got Daniel saying he doesn't like the personality that he chose for his Flash and is stuck with a weird stance now, which is unfortunate. I do wish that they had the option to do a change for the personality, just like they give us tokens for other things to swap. I also think a gender one would be good. So if I've made male characters, which I have done, I can change them to female because I want to.
The gender one won't happen, sadly, because there's a lot of styles they would have to adapt for
Yeah, I know.
both sexes, and they don't want to do that. It'll be too
But,
much work,
but it
and
doesn't stop me from wanting it, okay?
Oh yeah, you can want it all you like. I'm just being realistic, and I'm just managing your expectation. It's not going to
Oh,
happen.
thanks.
It'll require too much
Personality
work.
could happen, though.
We already have that.
A personality change token?
Yeah. If you go to the marketplace, it's
You're right.
It's upgrade, I think. And there you go. Personality
Yes,
type.
you're right.
Sadly it is $5.
Yeah, you can. You can change your personality type. You could do that, buddy. You can get it so you have like a non-weird stance anymore. I must admit, I had a cat character. Actually, I remember changing my personality type because I had a cat character who was, I've forgotten what it's called, where they're crouching down in that stance for the personality. I've forgotten what it's called, guys. I'm sorry, but I swapped it over because it was frustrating trying to play with her continuously like that, and I couldn't tell when she was actually in super speed mode or not. It confused me. So, yeah.
And sadly it is $5, but if you wait for a sale, and I think Johnny, I hear myself in your.
Sorry?
I hear myself in Johnny's setup, I think.
Oh, is Johnny speaking?
No, I'm speaking, but then I hear me speaking because of Johnny.
Oh, so it's echoing back.
Yes.
I can't hear Johnny's setup, but I could hear Johnny.
My mic was off.
Oh, it can't be through me. I don't have anything turned on for the sound here except in my headset. Is it coming from you, Multi?
Well, it's either you or Johnny. And I thought it was Johnny because usually it is Johnny.
Your voice can't be coming out of anything, is it? No, I don't think it's me, Multi. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I would change something if I could.
Then I blame Johnny.
Oh, that's fair enough. I blame Johnny also.
Off, though.
I have no idea what it is.
Well, it'll be easy. It'll be easy enough to check. I'll just mute to Johnny.
And see if it happens.
If it doesn't happen, it was Johnny. Come on.
We've got Thomas Turbano saying, I would love to have henchmen to every power, like materials and aura. My hero is an archangel, and celestial henchmen would fit so well. That is a great idea. I would love celestial henchmen, and they should do one that's like the purpley color, and then one set that's the golden color, so they match whatever powers you're choosing from that. That would be great.
That's been suggested quite
Maybe
a
there
lot.
could be some kind of benefit to that as well. I've never heard it before. I'm someone who's not been here long enough and don't really go on the forums, so I'm sure there are lots of things that have been said before that I've never heard before, because that is definitely one of them.
Nah, it's something we've asked for backup in Psychic a lot, and sadly it never happened. Or some happened, but most did not. So
We've got Sub-Zero saying, I'm taking you guys with me to work. I left my character idle until the stream ends. Have a good night. They love us so much. Or you. It's probably you.
Just a quick before there's someone who asked a question here in my chat.
Yep, go.
Come on, evil lag. He says he needs help to get the Nightwing chest. I'm not sure why you need help, because you can only purchase it. Either you can purchase it from the PvP vendor, which you cannot trade anyway, or you can purchase it from Lady Shiva. No, you can actually purchase it from Dr. Fate. Again, no one can buy it for you. You have to buy it for yourself using your Fate tokens. Or if you mean the Protege chess piece, you have to get the collections or the briefings in the Gotham Wasteland. So again, you have to pick up those. No one can pick them up for you. So either you pick up the briefings in Gotham Wasteland, or go see Dr. Fate to buy the chess piece from him. I'm not sure how you think people can help you, but they can't. Sorry, Shadow Lady, continue.
No, you're fine. Parlia Gaming said, I've got a question. Do they have Static Shock's outfit from the TV show? I feel like you would know the answer to that one.
They have a couple of Static Shock styles,
Kind of.
but I'm not sure if they have it the one from the TV show. It's been a while since I saw the TV show, so I would have to watch it again.
They have a lot of similar things in the game, but I don't think it's anything directly.
Yeah. So you have a couple of Static Shock style. Is it from the TV show? I couldn't tell you for sure.
I'll
We've
tell you
got
right now.
Lone-
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, thank you. We've got Lone Wonder also asking, Plastic Man, or not asking, rather stating, Plastic Man is an NPC enemy in the game, so I think that his powers should be added to the game. That would be fun and really complicated.
It would be great to have a Plastic Man's powers,
Yeah.
but it would require a lot of animation, so I don't think they can do it.
All right, I'm looking at it right now, and obviously, I mean, obviously the one in the game has a lot more detail. This one from the TV show has a lot less detail because it's like the way it's animated and everything. But it's pretty close to it, to be honest. The one we have in the game. So yeah, you can recreate this Static Shock pretty easily in the show.
Excellent. Daniel has a question. Will an emblem size toggle option be possible next year? I feel like Multi's got to answer that one.
I'm not sure. It depends on the way they're making those emblems, and for some reason it seems to be a lot to ask to get a bigger emblem. So I don't know. I would say it might be possible, but would they do it? I don't think so. Already we've been asking for something very simple, a slimline chest piece with a bigger emblem. It's something we've been asking for years and years and years. The closest we have it here, the Stalwart Defender style. And there's also the Tempest was it Tempest Fujinat? Yeah, I think that's Tempest Fujinat. So yeah. But basically we have this the Stalwart Defender style that sort of has a bigger emblem, but people have been asking for a slimline like this one, like this with a bigger emblem, and somehow that seems it's not going to happen. So even if it was possible, I don't think they're going to give it to us. It's sad, but that's how it is.
Yeah, it's sad for a lot of things.
I want the NPC emblem from Batman.
That would be nice, but
the one that he's currently got on his chest here.
Again, it seems to be a tall order. Like we can sort of recreate it with the how's it called? Hazbat something? Let me check.
Yeah, Shadow, say something.
Hello. Something.
Okay, I have to readjust your volume there.
Was I too loud? That happens.
Yeah, there you go.
Where's the?
I switched chat for a second. That's why, because I wanted to say something.
Like the closest we have to something that looks like the emblem that the Batman NPC has is this here. There we go. If we take the Hazbat emblem and we put most of it, let's say the same color as our chest piece, it does give us a Batman emblem, although it is a pretty small emblem.
It is very small.
Let me switch to Stalwart.
That's a little upsetting. I would love them to toggle it. I
Holy
think that's
crap,
a really good
we have a lot of
suggestion.
lag.
Oh yeah, everything's moving so slow.
Like even with the Stalwart Defender style, it's still.
Is your dog okay, Multi?
Yeah, he's just barking, trying to get some attention.
Oh, okay. I thought he was trying to cough something up then. Okay,
no,
I'm glad he's fine.
he often does that.
Okay.
We'll call a dog.
So here you can see what the emblem looks like. He's barking right now at all the people on the screen. He does that sometimes.
There's too many of us.
What kind of dog do you have?
I'm not sure. It's a mix of something. Well, it's a tiny dog, and it's like a police dog, but tiny.
Can you fit it in a purse?
You can fit it in your pocket.
Okay, so it's tiny.
Well, actually, he's not so. He used to be much tiny, but he got much bigger. there was this huge plush toy that he could barely drag along when I first got here. Now he can grab it and give him the beating of his life.
Oh, that's very pleasant. Thanks, Multi.
Of course.
Didn't need that mental image. Have you found what you were looking for?
Yeah, but it does give us a bigger like even with the Stalwart Defender chest, the bat emblem is still pretty small. But sadly, it's the closest we have to getting an emblem, kind of like the NPC. The other option would be to use the bat hoodie, but then you have the big pouch of the hoodie, so that won't really work.
I love hoodies. I would wear the bat hoodie.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Yeah, all the hoodies I would wear. Ghost 150 says, need red henchman constructs for Red Lantern. Aren't they available at Christmas time? You get red, green, and yellow drop.
He's talking about constructs. We can summon some Red Lanterns.
Oh, not an actual human form. Yes. Right.
It would be
Sorry,
nice.
my bad.
There's like we do have some red constructs for base items, but for backups, not yet. I think the only construct we have is some green construct. I forget how it's called.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called either. Jason Barber is asking Multiverse. I would like a sidekick Robin, like robot sidekick, but just be able to call sidekicks and they stay. There's a lot of games where they have a sidekick or an ally that can stay with you.
Yeah,
I don't know any of them at MMOs though.
It's something that's been suggested a long time for a long time. Like basically, if we could get at first it was with the actual henchmen we have. If we could summon actual henchmen like Robin, Kid Flash, obviously it never happened. We asked also if we could customize our henchmen. It was mentioned that they were working on it many times, but never happened. For the robot sidekick, it was also mentioned like why not have a skin? Let's say a Robin henchman that we could summon instead of the robot henchman. That didn't happen either. Like or Robin, Kid Flash, they could create a new set of allies, which would be let's say henchmen, sidekicks.
I was just gonna say that's why they gave us allies.
Yeah, well, I guess allies is it, but they could create maybe a new set of allies, which would be sidekicks, and maybe we could have a Robin sidekick that we could summon instead of the robot henchman. But it didn't happen just yet, and I don't think it'll ever happen. But it would be nice if they could do something like that. And that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing they could monetize in the marketplace, obviously, like all the other allies. So, but they're not doing it.
We've got Phantom Flame with a question. Is there a trinket that transforms us into an Olympian or Amazon? I know we have a few different ones like Omax and Incubus and Succubus. I actually know there's a consumable. I only recently found out about this because someone sent me a bunch of consumables to try, and there's one of those that you can turn into an Amazonian. But
yes.
I don't know about a trinket. I don't think there is there?
Is it called?
There's only the consumable.
Oh, I don't have it in this character at the moment. I don't know.
It's Amazonian disguise or something like that. Basically, it's a trinket you have to craft with your at your crafting station, and then you can use it to transform into an Amazon.
But it's temporary. It's not like a trinket that you can get from the vendor. I don't think there's one you can get that's a trinket. I think it's just the consumable that's available.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be used very nicely for a Martian Manhunter character if you want to transform into different characters.
Of course.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of trinkets and consumables you can use with a Martian Manhunter character. So the answer is yes.
I wish that some of those trinkets would transform into a female instead of a male version of it, because I don't like that. When I'm playing a female character, I don't want that to happen, you know?
Yeah, but then with the Amazon, we turn into a female, so...
That's true. I don't know that you could have another option for that, though, because it's basically a female group of people, and that's it. Right? Daniel said... How come we don't have a chest style that has an exposed neck but doesn't decrease the emblem size? Is it too much to ask for after a decade?
We have asked for that. The closest we got is the Black Adam chest piece that have the exposed neck, but we do have the built-in emblem. So there's no miracle. They sometimes they do give us somewhat what we're asking for, but not really.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes.
famous words. Not really.
Well, it's like we often mention, it's the monkey's paw. They even when they give us what we're asking for, they end up not giving us what we want.
Yeah, be careful. They're listening in.
Maybe doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's public knowledge at this point. I'm not making this up, and it's no secret.
we've
Yeah.
got motivational psycho. I have to say, love your name. Asking, I can't find the new Genesis plants. Where can I find them?
Uh, they do drop from the missions in what's the missions on New Genesis? Hall
That's
of
a good
Powers, I
question.
think. Was it
Yeah,
Hall
if there's
of?
anything new Genesis, it'll all drop in
All
all
of
the
the new
new Genesis
Genesis,
content.
yeah, content.
I believe it was Halls of Power. So that's probably where the those drops. So there are a few missions on New Genesis itself, and there is there a duo? I think I forget what tier it is now.
I don't know the episodes load-ins well enough to know which one belongs where.
Yeah, I think it was when we did get the legal also. So I think it was a legal malfunction.
All right. I'm gonna probably get off here, or very shortly at least, because there are things that I do want to do. So
We will miss you so much.
yeah.
I hope you have a good day. Or night, sorry, it's night for you, right? Day for me.
I gotta run my couple missions, and then I'm gonna get off and go do some stuff in my own life. You know.
Yep. Life does happen and does need to, be addressed.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise,
pro-
we'd all just be on DC all day.
So see you. Have a good evening, Johnny, and see you next time.
Have a good one, everyone.
If we Thursday,
Bye.
bye, Johnny. So it would drop from New Genesis now. Happiness Home. Pretty sure there's an alert or also, but I forget which one it is.
We've got the dude asking, would it be cool if the game had powers? Sorry?
No, it's okay. I thought I had it, but I guess not.
Oh, okay. Of all the lanterns, like blue, violet, orange, white, etc., and wants us to know that his character's name is 8 Ball. I'm assuming that means he's here somewhere with us. But
Could be.
I think this question's been asked a lot about having all the different lantern powers, and it would be really, really cool. But I don't think it's happening.
Yeah,
you know
the-
more about it than I do.
These are always highly requested. Some of the more requested is probably Blue Lantern and I forget what the other one is. But anyways, yeah, people ask for the Lantern powers all the time. It would be nice if we had all the Lantern powers. Obviously, that's not going to happen. The workaround for that is to use some of the already existing powers and fake out being a lantern. So, for example, for Black Lantern, I use the evil side of Celestial with my Black Lantern character to kind of fake out being a Black Lantern. For the Blue Lanterns, there's Quantum and Water that works well enough. For the purple ones, not sure. I would have to think about it a bit. So, but basically, at the end of the day, yeah, maybe mental, yeah. So,
No.
you at the end of the day, you have to try to find one of the already existing power that is sort of closest to the lantern you want to recreate, and you go with that. At the end of the day, sometimes you have to do what you can with the styles you have, or in this case with the powers you have, and we can recreate pretty much any characters at this point. But yes, we don't have an official Black Lantern power or Blue Lantern power, but we can still recreate those characters if we want to.
We can cheat.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've got Abby. Hi, Abby! Asking when does the new DLC drop? That is on the 24th of September that will drop.
Yep.
Outside of Reese, fun thought. Years ago, one of my friends and I discussed how cool it would be to have a trinket that could summon a random NPC if activated, and here we are now. So what you're saying is it was your idea and they stole it.
Of course.
That's what happens. Did the Future Crusader drop already happen? Vampiric Myth. Yes, it did, but he's doing another live on Thursday. I don't think you've decided on what time, though, have you?
Oh, we'll probably do it at 7 p.m. again. That
Beautiful. So 7 p.m. on Thursday.
That seems to work well enough so far. Next.
I'm having a look for more questions. I'm so sorry. I'm scrolling through to make sure I'm not answering ones that people have already answered in the comments section.
That's okay.
Oh, what does the Soulful Katana chest piece look like on female Ghost 150? I may have that on this character. Bear with me. Let me check. Chest piece.
It probably has all the flowers.
I'll take the chroma off and chuck on some colors that'll make a little more sense. Red, maybe gold. I think I did on last time. There we go. She's wearing it. My character's wearing it now. I'll jump off to the side here.
Come over here.
Where are you, Multi?
I'm to the side over here.
I see you. Oh, I see you. Thank you. All right, so that's it there. You'll have to do what you need to with your camera. I'll take off the wings as well so it's easier to see.
Yeah, we don't see it. Nah, the pretty flowers.
There you go. I like it. I do think it's a little too much floral, but I still like it. It's all right.
Well, it's a girly style.
Hopefully
so
that's helpful.
It's a girly style. It has to have flowers.
And this one is the enhanced. Sorry, Multi, you're cutting out a little. I'm not sure what you said.
I said it's a girly style, so it has to have flowers.
Hey, there's lots of girly styles with no flowers. How dare you? Oh, it just scrolled on its own. The dude asking, do you think that the anti-hero would be a great or weird morality?
At this point, it would split the fan base, the player base, and already there's not enough villains. So whatever villains, it would make the villain population even smaller than it is already, and that would be a bad idea. And it would create also a second faction that would be probably as small as the villain faction. So it already there's not quite enough players to be able to add a new faction, sadly. Like if we had billions of players, then yeah, adding a new faction would matter. But with the amount of players we have right now, already the villain faction needs more players. We cannot take away players from the villain faction by creating a third faction. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It'd get a little complicated, too confusing, especially if, not that people do PvP now, but I mean, if it ever came back, that would be interesting if you had anti-hero as well. Ghost 150 said Orange Lantern should use Atomic. I agree with that. Good choice.
Sure.
Lantern power is simple. Just be able to change the color in the style menu and the ring and constructs. That was said by REJ. I think that's a fair point. If people are asking for it so much and they want something they can use, as long as they potentially announced it first and said something like, guys, we can't really address creating new abilities for these things, but we've heard you and we would like to show you that we care. We're going to give you a color change on this. You're going to get people pissed off, but a lot of people will be like, thank you for letting us know, and then be able to use the current light abilities with the right color that they need.
Now,
what do you think?
We've been asking for that for years and years to be able to change the color of the lantern powers.
But you've been asking different devs. These are new devs. They might.
Yeah, but it's the same DC. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a restriction that comes from DC themselves, and they still would have to follow that restriction. So I doubt that'll ever happen.
Yeah, I must admit I also doubt it, but I think it would be nice. We are done with the codes for today, guys. Some people are asking in the comments. Codes have already gone through. He is doing another stream on Thursday, though. So if you've missed out, you could attend that one and give it another shot. George is asking, what do you think the likelihood is of the anniversary Batman emblem coming back? I think you've addressed this a little bit already.
It doesn't look good. If we don't have it yet, we might get it maybe on the 21st. If we don't get it on the 21st, I would say forget about it. We're not going to get it. But I could be wrong. I'm hoping to be wrong. At this point, sadly, your guess is as good as mine. So all we can do is wait and hope they give it to us. But it doesn't seem likely.
I agree. We've got Ruthless Knight saying, I think they should add AI group members to fill up spots. I actually have heard someone say this before. I don't think I agree. I think that they should decrease the number that you need. Like, people should be able to queue up for a raid, and if they only have 5 as a group, get in as the 5. I mean, it's happened so many times. Sorry, you go.
It's okay. It's another thing we've been asking for years and years and years. Being able to go into a mission, even if we don't have a full group. The answer to that was no, and then they gave us the clamp. Going with AI NPCs, like at some point it was suggested that why not fill in the empty spots with maybe some more legend characters. It would have given people one more reason to purchase those legend characters. Didn't happen. So at this point, they seem pretty much determined not to allow us to go into missions with a smaller group, and not to allow us to bring AI characters. Like I remember when we first heard of the allies, we thought that was it. We thought that at last they're giving us the allies we need to be able to go into a mission with fewer players. Sadly, that wasn't it at all. So it's something that we've asked for a long time, and many times. We've asked pretty much throughout all the variation of devs we got before. And the answer pretty much has been the same, so I don't think it's going to happen. I wish it did, but I don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't think it will either. But it would be nice. There's a lot of things we ask for that would be nice that just never going to happen, I think.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Wonder Woman Day? Steve is asking.
Yeah, it was mentioned in the producer's letter in February, March. I think it was March. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So it was mentioned in the producer letter earlier this year. So we should get the Wonder Woman Day this year. I forget if it's. I could have sworn it was in November, but some people did mention it should be in October. If I go check, let me check. I did make videos about the previous Wonder Woman Day, so let's see what date it was. And I guess we can already assume that it is going to be something not unlike what we just got with Batman Day. Oh yeah, it is October. Last year, in 2021, it was October 28th. So I guess if we do get the Wonder Woman Day, it'll be then. And I would expect something not unlike.
I hope so, because I wouldn't mind having a character that I can dress as, because I can't really dress as Batman and have it be realistic at all.
Well, you could dress as Batgirl.
I can do Wonder Woman.
You could dress as Batgirl.
I know, but it's not the same. It's Batman Day. Why would I dress as Batgirl when purple is available? Actually, she's purple, isn't she? Never mind.
No more excuses. Batgirl it is.
It was kind of last minute, my outfit choice. That is fair. Maybe I'll try to dress as Batgirl for the next stream.
So
or next live, I should say.
We'll probably get Wonder Woman Day sometime in October. Although we should get also the Halloween seasonal in October. Although Halloween is October 31st. So maybe they'll give us Wonder Woman Day for 2 weeks, and then they'll give us the Halloween seasonal. Who knows? But yeah, Wonder Woman Day is coming. I expect we'll get something not unlike what we got for Batman Day or Superman Day. That seems to be their new formula for those kind of events. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have to wait.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it goes for 2 weeks too. And I really hope it doesn't happen at the exact same time as Halloween, because anything overlapping with Halloween, I tend to focus more on Halloween than anything else because I love it so much.
Nah, they'll probably do it before or after Halloween.
We've got ZQQPS. I have no idea if that's supposed to be pronounced. How do I get the comic shader material? Please tell me. I get
Right
asked that
now,
one a lot.
right now you can't. I guess you could if you look in the trade chat, but people will ask you for like 5 billions for it, and you always run the risk of being scammed. So sadly, the only place you can get it maybe is a trade chat, but then even then the odds are not good. It might come back in the future in some sort of booster bundle or something like that. So I would say wait for it to come back, and hopefully it will come back. But at this point, there's no way to know if it's going to come back. There's no way to know when it's going to come back, and also there's no way to know how expensive it will be to get the material.
Yeah. Because it just keeps rotating back in. Because people love it so much and they can make money off of it pretty easily.
Well, it's one of the popular material, that and the cosmic materials, and probably another one I forget. So these are pretty popular. So obviously they do try to bring them back.
We've got the dude with a question. Harley Quinn versus Apocalypse. How does that make sense? I swear Harley Quinn is like DC female version of Deadpool without the healing factor. I love Harley, but he does have a point with that one.
It makes no sense.
I love the old Harley.
It makes no sense, but
Yeah.
the Harley Quinn comic is pretty much a comedy at this point. So that probably was the whole point of the thing. Darkseid versus Harley Quinn makes no sense, but they made a joke out of it. And it's something they've been doing for a long time. Like at some point they had Squirrel Girl defeat Doctor Doom, then they had Squirrel Girl defeat Galactus. Like at some point at Marvel they had Squirrel Girl would defeat a whole bunch of uber powerful foes that there's no way in Hades that she should have been able to defeat. But that was a running gag. She would fight those super powerful characters and somehow defeat them. And I guess that's what
doesn't make sense.
that's what they did with Harley Quinn here. Makes no sense, but there we are.
Absolutely true. It's hard because I really love the old Harley Quinn character, but I do think they're using her a little bit ad nauseum and making her able to do things that don't make sense.
Oh, you did cut off a bit. Oh noes, we lost Shadow Lady. I guess I'll try to continue while she comes back. Sub-Zero says I can't trust AI groups. I can barely trust the players in mission. Sometimes you have to wonder if AI would actually be a better option than players. But I get what you're saying. But it would be sometimes a better option than not having enough people, especially to play some of the older content. But obviously, when there are some very specific mechanics, then yeah, AI characters would not be a good option. Suzuki, I'm not sure exactly what the question is. Let's go back. Oh, I skipped over Matthew Barto. Well, sorry if you didn't get the chance to get over the codes. Suzuki, we're pretty much done for tonight. Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will end out some more codes. Jeremy knows, how about hyenas as combat pets? Sure, that would be nice, especially for a Harley Quinn type character. The dude, R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. Yeah, sadly, Kevin Conroy is no longer with us. But we were able to get him. He did quite a few. There was quite a few projects afterwards where they were still using his voice because they had recorded the voice before. The Outsider Reese, a question: if not already covered, what new base layer themes would you want to have next? There's a few ones. I wish we had a Green Lantern lair, Justice Society, Justice League. We've been playing this game for like 12 years, 13 years, and we don't have a Justice League lair. That's crazy. So yeah, Justice League lair. We should have a Justice League lair by now, but we don't have it. Sub-Zero says I dropped $200 for two shaded comic material from the bundle. Yeah, sadly, yeah, they do bring back those bundles, those materials with some bundles, but it does get expensive. Phantom Flame answer a while back. Harley was genetically changed by Poison Ivy, so now she has enough strength to tango with Batman. Sub-Zero, before you ask, no, it was not a tradable item at the time. George, was there a Flash Day this past year? We used to have Flash Week at some point. We had Flash Week for like a couple of weeks. Sadly, we did not get to Flash Week in quite some time. Hopefully they bring it back. We'll have to wait and see for that. Oh, hello Sub-Zero. So you're Archangel Leo. Well, which one are you? There you are. Pretty cool. Pretty cool looking Archangel. Oh, Jerry retracted his message. Oh, that girl is logging in out, so she'll be back soon. I hope. So I don't think I'll ever get it. We're going to give some more codes on Thursday, so you could try on Thursday. We own his voice now. I assume you mean Kevin Conroy. Well, if he did a deal, like there's James Earl Jones who just passed away, sadly. For those of you who do not know, he was the voice of Darth Vader. But at some point, James Earl Jones pretty much sold the likeness of his voice to Lucasfilm. So now they can pretty much recreate his voice, and he'll be voicing Darth Vader forever. So maybe Kevin Conroy has a similar deal, and maybe he's going to voice Batman forever. Although I don't think so, because they've already, I think for Crisis on Infinite Earth, they did find a replacement for him. So I assume as time goes by, they will find other people to play Batman in various media. Yes, I did find you. That's sort of Reeves thought definitely update the legals to Justice League Legion of Doom Miller team. That would be nice. Ruthless Knight, can you buy that Batman emblem on the broker? No, you can't. Oh, you mean the Hasbat? If you mean the one I have right now, yes. Look for the Hasbat. Well, let me show you the actual name if that's really what you want to purchase. So this here is the enhanced Hasbat, but there's also a regular version. So right now you should be able to get it from the broker. Eventually it will be available on the Booster Gold vendor, but it'll take a while. Someone asked me earlier if I wanted to buy a comic shaded material for $35. In theory, that's a good deal. Subtle in practice, be very careful. Personally, I never trade with anyone. If I don't know the people, I don't trade. It's that simple. I don't trade with anyone I don't know. So that's the safest way not to get scammed. So you decide if you really want the material and you're willing to maybe risk losing $30. The choice is yours. Sadly, that girl from AU, there's some issues with her audio, so I don't think she's coming back tonight. But it's okay, we're pretty much almost done. What is the material on the red guy behind you? I'm not sure. Probably blood something. Sorry, off the top of my head, I don't recall the name. If one of you guys know the material, if you can post the comment, the answer in the comments. Phantom Flame, I think they could use the voice actor for Caped Crusader or the Batman 2004. Yeah, that probably would
I'm
be an
back.
option. Oh, I thought you were.
I thought I was gone too. I just want to say thank you so much to Superman for inviting me back to the group so that I could phase with everybody. But I thought maybe that my game wasn't working well because I was surrounded by so many other players. So I won't come into your phase just in case that happens again. But thank you so much for inviting me. That was really kind of you.
Des FTW says it's the bleed material. Could have sworn it was. Well, okay, so the bleed material it is then. Jerry Minosa, I got 3 days till I get the Vampire Batman call. So farm for those currency.
And then you'll look awesome and can poke out anybody's eye.
So people don't seem to agree if it's the bleed material or not. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Well, let's go find out. Very easy enough to verify. Let's go to the bleed material. And let's put it red. I could have sworn there was like a blood something material that we had. We'll have to look it up, I guess. No choice.
I've got the outsider Reese saying, had me curious, thought we were in the same area. I think you were the one who asked what AU stood for. I'm in Australia. It's very nice to see another Australian playing DC.
So see here, this is the bleed material, not the same material. The bleed is brighter, even if you put it red. But I know what material it is. I'm pretty sure I have it. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go find out the hard way. Maybe.
Someone whose character is called Silence has come to join me in my face so I'm not alone. What a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
She's so nice. So
what a lovely person.
any big plans for this week?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought you might be asking the comment section. I don't know why. But yeah, I have some videos that will be coming out. I need to do a celebration of my 600 subscriber count, which is actually moving a little bit faster than I anticipated, so that's really lovely. And I have some codes that a lovely person gave to me, Multi, which was you, 28 to give out. I do it a little bit different from Multi because I don't have as many. Obviously, it's a little bit easier for me to give it to individuals. So basically, I put out a video. You need to be in the comments section with an answer to a particular question that I will pose inside of the video. And when you answer that question, I will put those people in a list, and I will personally give you that code so that no one else can steal it from you. I only have 28. So if people are interested in coming across for that, feel free. It'll be fun, I hope, and hopefully the video's something you'll enjoy, even if you're not someone who typically watches my channel. But anyone who missed out and would like one sent personally to them, it is one per person. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, mine will go personally to the people who are the ones who answer correctly in the comment section. So a little bit different from how Multi does it.
So if you guys want a chance,
Multi?
not much. I'm working on a Batman video, actually a couple of Batman videos. So hopefully I'll be able to do at least some of those this week.
I actually have my camera on, so I might post a picture on my channel of the lovely people who've come to keep me company. Thank you so much, guys. Aw.
Sure, why not?
That's lovely. Sorry, I talked over you.
That's all right. I'll forgive you.
Aw, thank you. You're so gracious. He's so kind to me, guys. He's the one who gave me the code, you know. He doesn't have to do that. He's lovely. You know, if you don't cross him. Dan Bryan is saying if Superman Day happens again next year, then they should bring to the game the Superman emblem from the 1940s Superman cartoon. I don't know what that emblem is.
It's from the Fleischer cartoon. There was a cartoon in the 30s, and the Superman emblem was it was close enough to the emblem we saw We did see that emblem in in the latest Superman TV show and some of the flashback scenes. But
I've
um,
never watched, so I wouldn't know.
I don't think they would have the. I don't think it's part of the license. Sadly, the license for DCUO, from what I understand, is only for the. Oh, is it Red Obsidian? Nah. It's only for the comics. They don't really have the license to use the stuff from the TV shows or the in that
Yeah.
case the Fleischer cartoons. So
Well,
that doesn't seem likely unless they did use it in some
yeah.
comic. Then they could probably use it.
I'm just hoping that these devs try to listen to what people are asking for and make an attempt at some of the things that people actually want, because that would be lovely to see. But it might be high hopes, really. I might be a little bit of wishful thinking on that front. And also, if there's issues like the ones you're mentioning there, it's pretty unlikely that that's going to happen. But it would be really nice.
I'd say a lot of bit.
Someone suggested it could be the pulse material. Did you check if it's the pulse?
Pulse. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it's pulse. Yeah. That was Pups. Oh, that's such a cute name.
Too many materials.
Sub-Zero says, it's true, and you have like all of them, so that would be a hell to try and scroll through.
And yeah, it seems to be the pulse. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, beautiful. Well done. Thank you, Pups.
Let's go next to him to be sure.
Sub-Zero said somebody tried selling them a shade material for $50, and he politely declined because it seemed fishy. And I completely agree with you. Fishy when anyone is offering real cash, I just don't trust it. You can get scammed far too easily that way.
Yeah, sadly, it's there's people who are actively trying to scam other players, so it's
Absolutely.
it's very iffy. You take a real big chance, a real big risk if you try to get it that way. Like there's also some websites where you can go to purchase. There are people who sell items on the websites. Again, I never used those websites, but I know they exist.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not keen to do that either. I play the game, and as stuff comes up, I'll grab it. But I also think I don't care about it as much as some other people who are really intent on getting the specific things for their particularly iconic characters. I've only just recently started creating iconic characters because up until this point, I just created stuff that I thought was cool. And so now I've broached out into the same area as a lot of other players do, and I can understand the passion that they have for getting the look exactly right. So I get it, but it's also not me. Jerry Minosa is asking what time it is in Australia. It is 10:55 in the morning. It's the awakest I've ever been on one of your lives, Multi.
That's all right. We'll take it.
Were you gonna say something? I felt like I was talking over you again. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 10:50. Someone answered for me. Oh, there we go. Thomas Turbando, Multiverse, what do you think of the styles of the people here?
Lots of great styles. That's all I'll say.
I agree. Lots of great styles, a lot of use of chromas, and I do see some Batmans going on, but it's a little hard for me to see now that I'm not in the same phase, so I'm looking at the screen like you guys.
We have a pretty cool black costume Spidey that's all torn up. That's pretty cool.
Oh, Vanguard. Okay, so the outsider Reese's character is Vanguard Superman, and he is beside me currently in my very quiet phase.
Oh, look at you.
Thank you. I have friends. Look at that. People are lovely. Sub-Zero, what's the channel to the Australian Ally? I'll subscribe to it. Oh, that's me. Okay, I'm the Australian Ally. I will type it in there for you guys. It's that girl from AU. And I have the exact same handle everywhere except on X or Twitter, which is that girl from AU _. And if you want to come follow me, please feel free. And if it's not your taste, also, that's fine. And we've got Outsider Reese again. Multiverse. It was used in one of the EPS of Superman and Lois. And Superman spent a year in T-shirt and jeans, again, wearing the same logo.
Yeah, I think in the very first episode, you see a flashback of Superman, and he does have that emblem. But again, it's in the TV show, so sadly the comics it was used at some point in the comics, so I think they could probably use it. But it's a bit iffy. Sometimes there are things we think they could use, like the green auras. For a long, long time, people were asking for green auras for their Green Lantern characters, and somehow there was a tall order. For some reason, they just couldn't give us just something as simple as a green aura. Somehow, DC were very protective of Green Lantern at the time, and the idea of giving us a green aura or the Green Lantern emblem, for that matter, that was a big no-no. But luckily enough, the Green Lantern movie was a disaster, and DC didn't seem to care very much about Green Lantern about after that. So we were able to get a whole bunch of Green Lantern stuff afterwards. Sadly, the movie was a pretty big disaster. Personally, I had fun with the movie, but I'm one of the very few, it seems.
I actually haven't seen it. I've heard so many horrible things I never got to watch, and I've just never really, I don't know, put it on the list because everyone has told me how terrible it is. So maybe I should watch. I feel like I should just watch all of the content so I get like an understanding what everyone's talking about. But my issue is having the time to do so. We've got Marco saying he got scammed once and not going to do that again. Very wise. Please do not get scammed, guys. Don't trust people who say they're going to give you cash for stuff. Be very, very careful. Better off
Yeah,
just waiting until it comes around.
sadly, with the menu, sometimes that glitches or when you get some lag or some frame rates issue, it's very easy sometimes to get scammed, and people are abusing that sadly. So I would strongly suggest if you do trade with people you know. That way, you'll be safer. I understand that
Absolutely.
when you're looking for some rare materials or some rare base items or anything rare, sometimes you have no choice. You have to try to trust other people. But I guess I would say start small. Like create a relationship with them. Start trading small stuff with them. If you see that they're not scamming you, then you could take a risk with a bigger, more expensive item. You decide. So, but I would say before you trade, especially a big item with someone, I would say build some sort of relationship with them first, if it's possible.
I agree with you. I only have one person I would trust to trade with, and it's like my best friend who I've known for years. Anyone else, I'd probably say no, except maybe Multi. But we don't need to do that. Oh, apparently someone shouted me out on X. Cool.
Oh,
Thank you, Superman. I'm not sure because I don't read the comics, so I'm not sure what Outsider Reese is specifically referring to here. But he said 2016's. I think it was only for a year during the DCU period. So I don't know what that period is, but I'm guessing you do.
I think he's talking about the Superman with a T-shirt and jeans. Yeah, they did
Oh
that for a
yeah.
bit in the comics. At some
Okay.
point, they decided to make Jim Gordon Batman, and he had this huge mech suit with those long bunny ears. It was a bit ridiculous, but that's what they did. And Superman had jeans and T-shirt, and I think he had lost his power for a bit. So yeah, they did have Superman in a T-shirt for a while.
I bet Superman looked great in the jeans and t-shirt. Just saying. um, Jerry says the cartoon was better. Multiverse.
The cartoon is a classic. At the time, it was quite a feat, and a lot of and it was good, so good that there's some stuff that they did in the cartoon that they added in the comics. The obvious example would be flying. Originally, Superman wasn't flying; he was just making those big leap. He was pretty much jumping around. But for the cartoon, it was causing them a few issues. So they decided to have him fly instead of jumping to make their job a bit easier. And then it's something that was added to the comics. I think there's also stuff like a kryptonite that started in the cartoon that was added later on in the comics, and probably something else I forget.
When Superman was wearing shirt and jeans again, massively depowered him to Captain America strength, gave him a buzz cut,
Yeah.
rode a motorbike. That's outside of Reese. Good to know.
Yeah, sadly, it's a
uh,
classic example of when a creator doesn't know what to do with a character, they turn him into another
yeah,
character. It's a pretty classic
sad, little sad.
that too.
because you love a character and then they kind of butcher something that you love. It's like what
Yeah.
happened with Doctor Who, which is not relevant on DC, I'm sure, but that frustrated me too.
Personally, I never was
um,
a Doctor Who fan, so I don't care.
oh, I was. David Tennant forever. um, we've got DD Daredevil saying they only trade with members that they've known for 2 years. Very wise. I would agree, guys. Be careful.
Yeah, ideally, don't trade with strangers.
Pinky75910 says Kryptonite was started in the TV show. That's something I didn't know. Is that right?
Yeah, it could be. It could be I misremembered and thought it was in a cartoon. But yeah, there's some stuff that came from the cartoon, some stuff that came from the TV show, and that's how the comics evolved. So
Yep.
so whatever they thought was, I guess, popular in the TV show or the cartoon, they figured, okay, let's add that to the comic.
Yeah, when I started having anything to do with DC stuff, Kryptonite was definitely already established by the time I was into it, so I wouldn't have a clue where it's from, but I like it. I will say it's nice that Superman has something that causes him to have weakness. But I also thought earlier on he had less abilities than what he currently has. Is that right? And they've kind of had to use Kryptonite to knock him back down a little bit because he was too overpowered, or am I incorrect on that one?
Yeah, there's a bit of that. Basically, they were trying to make him less powerful so that they could give him a challenge. Otherwise, if he's too powerful, he can do anything. So Kryptonite was
Yeah.
one way they tried to depower him. Another way was magic. At some point, they decided he was vulnerable to magic. So
Mm.
so at some point, there was three things. Either he was fighting a super intelligent guy that could outthink him. He was facing Kryptonite, or he was facing magic. These were the ways to be able to sort of give him a challenge. But then at some point, they decided to show that he was also intelligent himself. So quickly trying to pit him against an intelligent foe wasn't enough because they were trying to make him also super intelligent. So
I guess they do that with a lot of things where they've done something that goes too far and then they have to pull it back a little bit to kind of salvage everything.
well, sometimes they paint themselves in the corner and then they come up with
Yeah,
a weird solution.
that's kind of solution, yeah. We've got Jacob Orengo asking, how does the giveaway work? Do you want to explain?
Yeah,
Live.
the giveaway is done for tonight. But we're going to give more codes on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Basically, what I do is that I post codes in the chat, and you guys try to grab those codes. Sadly, those codes are individual codes. So as soon as someone grabs the code no longer works, then you have to grab another code. I usually give a couple of hundred codes, so I have roughly 200 codes left to give out on Thursday. So Thursday, if you come back, there should be 200 more codes for you guys to try to grab. Afterwards, I guess I could ask the devs maybe for more codes. We'll see how it works, assuming that they're willing to give more codes, of course.
They love you. They might. um, Jerry Minoza is also a Doctor Who fan. Awesome to see another Doctor Who fan in the chat. Outside of Reese says Kryptonite was started in the radio show when the voice actor took a vacation or was sick, so they had a guy sound like a sick, weak Superman. Oh, that's really interesting. It
Could
looks
be.
like a couple of others agree with you on that one too.
That could be. So that
Cool.
basically they came up with a solution to an actual production problem they had, which happens pretty often. Like in the X-Files, Scully was pregnant for the second season. So towards the end of the season, she gets kidnapped by evil aliens, and then they sort of make her pregnant and then steal her baby because the actress was actually pregnant. So there's a few scenes where you see her like with a huge belly. It wasn't a special effect. It just the actress was pregnant.
And they didn't hide it quite so well.
Well, even before, like they tried to give her some looser clothes to kind of hide the fact that she was pregnant, and also for towards there was a few episodes where she did not appear too much, again to hide the fact that she was pregnant at the time. And then there was the whole abduction thingy that they worked around the time where she pretty much gave birth. And then afterwards, when she came back from her abduction, she had given birth, and then she was back to her sort of usual size.
You know too much about DC. It seems like Outsider Reese also knows too much about DC, which is good because I don't know quite enough. So you
That's
guys
all right.
can educate me. Pinky75910 says, or zero, originally Soups had three powers: strength, speed, and leaping. If
Pretty
true,
much.
very interesting. Yeah. I have not been into DC long enough to know anything from what originally was the case for any of them, really, because I've just come in halfway through them existing. So, Outsider Reese says, multiverse and that girl from AU, my apologies, slight super scholar, haha. I agree, you are a super scholar and you should let us know if you know something, you know? Share the knowledge, man. I think we're at the bottom of the chat. I don't see any more questions yet, but it could also be going a little slow for me, Multi.
No, it seem to be. I think we're done. Oh, one more.
One more.
Oh no,
Sounds
actually.
like I'm late for the giveaway. Yeah.
Sorry, Diego. But Diego, on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to give about 200 more codes. So if you come back Thursday, you might get lucky.
Beautiful. Am I coming for that one? It sounds like you're having me all the time now, which is
Absolutely.
fine with me. I'm quite happy to. All right, sweet. I will see you there. David Tennant is my favorite Doctor Who fan over here. I agree. Thank you, Rose. You are correct. David Tennant is the best. Any villain league? Are there any villain leagues I can join? Oh, Dark Knight is asking if there's any villain leads available. I certainly do not have one, and I know there could be people in the chat who do have one available. Are you on US server?
Yeah, mention the server you're on, and maybe which character you have that's looking for a league. And obviously, you have to be in the game to be invited. So maybe some people will be kind enough to invite you to their leagues.
Oh, Multiverse and that girl from AU, pleasure being here. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to have you all. You're all really lovely. Most of you have a really good sense of humor because you're putting up with me, you know? That girl from AU, check your in-game email about your fortress. I will. If it still exists, I would love to tour it. I will check after this live is over and have a look. Also, if anyone has given me in-game messages, I was intending to go back through them and answer people after the live was over because it's hard for me to do in-game texting at the same time as watching the chat so I can answer questions. But because I had to log out and back in, I probably have lost a lot of what has been said to me, so I apologize. And if anyone does want to say something to me, I will be checking that chat in-game after the live is over so I can respond.
So a few pretty cool character, like we have what seems like a Kingdom Come Superman here. Oh, Cosmic Spider-Man. Obviously Wonder Woman.
I have to watch the screen to see them because I'm not in with you guys.
I'm
having a dance with Superman, Vanguard Superman, and Silence. And I think Static DC has also joined us over at the back there as well.
So that's going to
party multi. You're really missing out. Just have you.
That's all right. Oh, a pretty cool guy Gardner here. So that's going to be pretty much it for now, guys. So anything you want to add? Any last thing you want to add, Shadow Lady?
Just thank you for having me. It's been lovely being here, and you have a lovely fan base. Good people.
So, guys, thank you to everyone who came to chat with us. You guys are awesome. Thanks to everyone who watched the stream. Sadly, if some of you guys were not able to get some codes, I'm very sorry about that. Again, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will give out roughly 200 more codes. So I hope I'll see you guys there. So have a good day, guys.